Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Clutch, aka Mr. Clutchaholic, coming to you with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. I'm repping the Frank Wood skins, getting ready here to drop into Call of Duty Warzone. And in this video, I will be explaining what is, in my honest opinion, the absolute best place to drop in solos. This place is where I drop a majority of the time, especially when playing solos. And from this spot, when getting set up here, I have probably got between 80 to 85% of my wins. And because those wins come so frequently from this spot, I have come to call it the Dub Factory. That's right. I call this place the Dub Factory because it's where dubs are made. And the reason why is because it has everything and anything that somebody could possibly want to get set up with in order to go and chase that dub. Also in this video, I'll be giving you guys a little bit of my mindset as to what it is that I'm thinking about while I'm playing the game. And not only that, but a couple of tips that I like to use in order to give myself the best opportunity to be in that final circle. If you enjoy this video and want to see more Call of Duty videos just like this one, please show your support by smashing that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as well. Click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications so that way you get updated every single time I drop new content. And now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So as I was telling you guys, I call this place the Dub Factory, and the reason why is because it has everything and anything that somebody would want in order to get set up for a dub. So reason number one why I like this spot is because of the cash. The cash loot in this spot is literally money. As you can see, I already have 5,200, 6,100 bucks, which is over half the amount I need in order to get my loadout and get me set up. That place I just landed was called Bank, and that's where you usually find a majority of the cash. However, there is cash still to be found in the other spots in this location. Yes, I did just get in a gunfight, but that brings me to reason number two that I like this spot is the light foot traffic, okay? This place isn't a hot spot like Superstore or downtown. In this area, yes, you will get into some gunfights. You will have to defend yourself, but it isn't as heavy and clustered as some of those other spots. And the reason why I like this is because nothing makes me rage more than me picking up some common pump shotgun and my enemies blasting me with a rare MP5 or anything like that, okay? Right now, in this place, it gives me the opportunity to get situated, to get a decent gun before I really have to engage in some of those gunfights. And in solos, given that you don't have anybody to revive you, you kind of get eliminated, get sent to the Gulag right away. That's a reason why I really want to get set up before engaging in those gunfights. Reason number three is because of the actual loot. Okay, the loot here is amazing. As you can see, I already have an epic assault rifle. I already have my armor satchel. And not only that, right now as I go up these stairs, when I open the loot box, I'm going to pick up a self-revive. So that means not only do I have an epic assault rifle, an armor satchel, a trophy system, a heartbeat sensor, and a cluster strike, but now I have my self-res. Man, I am set up to get this dub already. And I have enough money to buy my loadout. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now in this moment. I'm going to go get my loadout, which brings me to reason number four, the buy stations. In this area, there is usually a buy station which is going to appear right at the one that I'm running to right now. And if it doesn't appear here, there's usually going to be a buy station right on top at TV or a buy station to the right in that small little town off to the right of this location. Okay, so again, this spot has pretty much everything you could ask for in order to get set up for a win. First of all, it has the cash. You're going to get enough money to buy your loadout and then some. Reason number two, the low foot traffic. You're going to have the opportunity to really get set up before you actually have to engage in those gunfights. And there's no raging because, again, you got stuck with a bad weapon, whereas somebody else picked up a good weapon and forced you into a gunfight early. Reason number 3, the actual floor loot and crate loot. Again, I got set up with a nice epic assault rifle, my armor plate chest, I got a self-res, I had a kill streak in the cluster strike. I had everything that I needed in order to get set up for this dub. And that brings me to my tips. Right here, don't do what this guy just did. Cloak 45, I don't know what he's doing. Tip number 1, if somebody runs around a corner, do not chase them. If you chase them, I guarantee you're going to get lit up just like this kid did right here, okay? And that's one thing that I'm really going to stress is don't engage in gunfights that you really don't have to get in, okay? When you do that, you put yourself in a bad situation. That person's going to be set up, ready to go, and that's going to end in an early game for you. Okay, right here what you see going on is I'm using my heartbeat sensor to be aggressive. Now a little bit on the heartbeat sensor. I'm not one of those people who uses the heartbeat sensor in order to sit in a corner. No, I use the heartbeat sensor in order to be the aggressor. I use it in order to move me in a good position in order to attack my opponents. And as you are about to see right now, one of these guys pulls a Houdini. I literally do not know where he goes. Right now on the heartbeat sensor, you see I still have 2 blips. I'm going to check it one more time, and I still get 2 blips. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get a double kill right here. And I check it, and then all of a sudden, 1 blip. That guy literally disappears into thin air. I have no idea where he went, and I'm like, what just happened? But again, the heartbeat sensor. The reason why I really like the heartbeat sensor to be aggressive is because early on, a lot of people don't have their setup. They don't have their ghost class. So it really gives you a good idea of where you can find these individuals and not really get caught off guard and get into a gunfight that you don't expect. So over here, this is where I suspect Houdini went. And again, he is an escape artist, so here he escapes my bullets and is able to survive, but at least I took some plates. And then this is another tip that I'm going to remind you guys, and I totally did bad on this, is know your loadout. I engage in this fight because I think I have C4 and then realized I took it off because the nerf of the C4 is total BS. I mean, they turned it into a 50-pound bag of potatoes, and not only that, they slowed down the detonation time. They limited the damage. I mean, really, why are you going to use C4? And I totally forgot I took C4 off this class, so that guy was able to run me down with his quad and basically send me to the Gulag early. My tips for the Gulag, I would say, is to be the aggressor, okay? A lot of times when you're the aggressor, you put that person in a bad situation. You make them uncomfortable. A lot of people who get thrown into the Gulag kind of like to sit back and wait for people. And if you're the aggressor, you put them in a situation that they're not comfortable with. They're used to people creeping around. So yeah, making them uncomfortable gives you the upper advantage when getting in gunfights. Also, know your surroundings. I just looked and landed, and I noticed somebody's dropped their supply drop to get their loadout over there to the left inside of what I call the dub factory. I, however, want to go pick up my loot from the guy who ran me over with the quad. So yes, I can work my way back to my loot that I dropped. However, I never lose awareness that there is a guy over there. I do keep peeking to the left to make sure he doesn't show. And when he does and starts shooting me in the back, I'm able to turn on him and get the kill. Okay, so again, always be aware of your surroundings whenever you're playing Warzone. Whenever I'm playing with friends, I know sometimes we like to joke around and we start talking about other things, and that's usually what gets me killed. In solos, I'm a little bit able to stay more focused, but again, being aware of your surroundings is a huge deal when it comes to being able to get wins here inside of Warzone. Okay, so as you can see, I make my way back to my loot. I get my kill streak back, and I'm pretty much all set up to where I was before, minus my self-res. Okay, and here I go using the heartbeat sensor again to be the aggressor. This guy may have heard my heartbeat. He's kind of like, did I hear it? Did I not? And he kind of stops moving for a while. I'm patient. I know where he's at. He pops up, and it's an easy kill. I just pop him in the back. Now, another tip. When you down somebody, be aware that that loot does not protect you. I can't tell you how many times that I get caught with my pants down, somebody shoots me in the back because I'm so enticed by the loot that is just dropped. always make sure that you check your surroundings before diving into that loot pile, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up paying the price for it if somebody's just watching you and they third party you. Third partying is a thing here. People see the red blips on the map and they're just like, oh, somebody just got in a gunfight. I want to go engage that person, because not only are they weak in health, but they're probably going to be distracted by the loot. So again, always be aware of your surroundings when looting and when moving throughout the map. Okay. My next tip is going to come here when moving up ladders. Okay, ladders are literally a death sentence for me, which is why in this video you see I'm so cautious when I'm moving around this building. I know I want to go up that ladder, but I want to be absolutely sure that nobody is about to pop me in the back when I do. So I'm really cautious here when going up these ladders. I'm going to tell you 8 out of 10 times as I'm going up this ladder, I start getting popped in the back. I fall off the ladder and it's game over for me. Okay, so if you are going to be going up a ladder or going up one of those zip lines and ascending, just be sure you're absolutely positive that there isn't going to be anybody waiting for you at the end of that zip line. And of course, when you're going up those ladders, make sure to check your surroundings to ensure that it's safe and it is an opportune time for you to go ahead and do so. Okay. The other thing that I'm going to point out, and something that I use tip-wise, is use the circle and the gas to your advantage. So I just saw this guy parachute. I know that the gas is coming in, and I know that he's going to have to walk in my direction. I'm already at a place of advantage, being that I have the high ground. So really all I have to do is wait for him to be enticed into the safe zone, because again, the gas is pushing him out, and it becomes an easy kill. You always want to put yourself in the best situation and the best opportunity to have the upper hand on somebody before engaging in a gunfight. Now, this isn't always going to be the case. Sometimes you're going to run into those corner campers that have their heartbeat sensor out, and all of that's going to come down to skill. It's going to come down to your reflexes. Maybe you're going to have to jump shot, drop shot, do whatever you have to do to regain that upper hand in order to win that gunfight. But for the most part, if you're always aware of your surroundings and you're always paying attention to what's going on in the map, you can always pretty much ensure that you put yourself in a situation where if you're going to get in a gunfight, you have a place to duck, you have a place to get cover, or you have a place to run. Okay, so right here I was about to go get my loadout. I usually like to pick up 2 loadouts because in this class I don't have Ghost. I have the High Alert. And the reason why I like High Alert early on is so that way if somebody's like aiming at me and they're behind me and I can't see them, I get that little orange flash on my screen and it lets me know, hey, you need to turn around, or hey, go get some cover. And because I was able to pop this kid so easily, I realized that that was a bad situation, a bad spot. So I decide to pass up on the loadout, which is another tip. You don't always have to go and put yourself out in harm's way to chase a loadout. Right now, I have pretty much what I need. I have my kilo. I picked up that MP7 from the guy that I killed earlier. So I don't have any real need to chase that loadout other than to get Ghost. Okay, yes, Ghost is a huge deal when coming to the final circle, because that's where you're really going to run into those heartbeat sensing, corner camping, waiting to shoot you in the back kind of players, and nothing aggravates me more than getting to the final circle, getting killed, watching the kill cam, and the kid who just killed me has 1 kill and is sitting in the heartbeat, or is sitting in the corner with his heartbeat sensor, and I know that he's been there the whole game. There is nothing more aggravating than getting killed by someone like that. Okay, and now for my final tip, and this is the tip when it comes down to moving into the final circle. Always be cautious. Okay, I know that right now I have a bounty on me, so this is why I'm extra cautious, especially because I don't have Ghost. So I don't want to be the one who runs into that corner camping guy with his heartbeat sensor and getting shot. High Alert comes into big play right here, letting me know that there's somebody off to the right. Thankfully, that guy was a terrible sniper. I'm able to escape his bullets and find myself some cover. Okay, this guy right here, obviously not aware of his surroundings, jumps that wall, doesn't even know that I'm right there, ready to shoot him, and now there's only 3 guys left. I know that there's that sniper up there, so I try to peek to get a shot. He calls a precision airstrike, and there are times, like in this one, where you need to run into the gas, okay? You need to run into the gas. Don't worry about taking a little bit of damage or taking some of that health off of your mask. You need to run into the gas to put you in a good situation. Right here, I go ahead and down that kid, and the other one gets trapped in the gas, and that right there is an easy dub from my #1 drop spot. Added to the list, another dub from the Dub Factory here in Call of Duty Warzone. So if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more Call of Duty videos just like this one, please show your support by smashing that like button, as well as subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so, as well as clicking on that little bell icon in order to turn on notifications so you are alerted every time I drop new content. In addition, if you weren't able to check out my channel introduction video, I highly suggest you go back and check that out to give you a little bit of insight as to who I am as a person and as to what you can expect from my channel. As always, thank you for watching. This is Clutch signing out. Laters, everybody.